The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Grab Philippines will be implementing a commission rate hike on its drivers and delivery riders by December 1. In an interview with One Balita Pilipinas, Laban TNVS President June De Leon said that Grab Philippines will be increasing the commission that it takes from drivers and riders by 1 to 3%. De Leon added that Grab Philippines did not hold any dialogues with the Laban TNVS about the new rates. De Leon is calling on the LTFRB to regulate the commission rates for TNVS units.
Sana i-regulate din ng panalangin natin, ma-regulate din ng LTFRB ang mga transport network company tungkol dun sa commission para hindi sila basta-basta nagtataas.
For its part, the LTFRB is studying the regulation of these rates.
Ayan nga po yung aming pinapag-aralan po ngayon. Kung mayroon po bang otoridad o jurisdiction po ang LTFRB para po ma-regulate, maisama po sa regulation po doon po sa mga commission rates. Kasi sa ngayon po, yung lang pong fair rate.
And around 100 more buses will be deployed to service the 24/7 free rides over at the EDSA carousel this December. The LTFRB will offer round-the-clock free rides at the EDSA busway starting December 1. To accommodate the expected rise in passenger volume, the LTFRB has decided to augment the number of bus units from the current 550. The free rides at the EDSA bus carousel will run until December 31st. Personalities being linked to Percy Lapid's murder have been formally summoned to the preliminary hearings. Justine Punsalang with the report.
The subpoena for Bucor Superintendent Ricardo Zulueta was left tucked at the gate of his home in Bulacan. As of Tuesday morning, the house was empty and locked. Zulueta is among the suspects in the murder of broadcaster Percy Lapid. Over in Caloocan, no one likewise received the document for suspended Bucor Chief Gerald Bantag. The barangay chairman said it's been years since he last saw the general.
Matagal na, yung huli lang, yung na-promote siya na Bucor. Yung congratulate ko pa siya. Yun lang yung last na namin.
Prosecutor Charlie Guhit said the subpoena was served to the last known address of Bantag, but they will send another one to the new address that will be provided. Bantag's lawyer Rocky Balisong said they may send it to Baguio City.
Alam naman nila na taga Baguio si General Bantag. Kung wala dun sa last known address, then at least naman ihanap naman nila kung saan nila pwedeng i-serve.
Balisong added that they have been waiting for the documents so they can formally air their side in the court. Hearing into the case have been set on November 23 and December 5. Percy's brother Roy Mabasa can't help but question Bantag's sincerity since the embattled general did not bother to receive the subpoena.
Well, akala ko ba sinasabi ni Ginoong Bantag na siya ay handang harapin itong mga aligasyon laban sa kanya, no? Kaya nga nagtataka tayo kung totoo ba na sincero si Ginoong Bantag. Mukhang hindi naman Dahil dyan sa mag-receive pa lamang ng subpoena.
Meanwhile, Justice Chief Boying Remulla said he was surprised by the recent discoveries inside Bucor. These include the unauthorized tunnel excavation activities in the New Bilibid prison.
In the process, we uncovered a deeply rooted criminal enterprise inside the corrections pillar, another pillar of our justice system.
Bucor officer in charge Gregorio Katapang said they are now ramping up the crackdown on the illegal activities in Bilibid. For News 5, Justine Punsalang. We are One News.
One News Now will be back with more stories after this quick break. Keep it here. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Russian gas cutoffs have left Europe scrambling to balance energy supply and demand. The details in this video from Bloomberg.
Over the next few months, Europe will face a high-stakes puzzle. How to keep the lights on with a substantial portion of its energy supply suddenly gone. In hopes of averting a worst-case scenario, European governments are taking action, addressing both sides of the dilemma, supply and demand.
On the supply side, is trying to grab as much gas as it can find in the international market, particularly of liquefied natural gas. This is the big gas carriers that ship gas from places like Qatar and the United States.
The problem is that Europe now faces actually a lack of infrastructure to import that gas.
We're very limited by the amount of LNG import facilities that we have in place. And at the moment, across Europe, there are 25 of these facilities being planned. We'll have the first couple this winter, but through next year, we'll have more. And that will definitely help.
In the meantime, other, more contentious sources of energy will have to make up the shortfall.
The energy crisis in Europe has prompted what we are calling a coal comeback.
In Germany, which has struggled to phase out coal in recent years, the energy crisis has prolonged the practice of raising small villages to mine the lignite coal buried underneath.
So in the short term, we're going to see probably emissions rising, and this can really slow down European plans to become climate neutral. We are seeing also a nuclear comeback in some countries.
With no immediate way for Europe to make up the shortfall in energy supply, the other side of the equation comes into play: reducing demand. Many countries have drawn up guidelines for households and businesses to voluntarily reduce their energy use, such as limiting heating in offices, turning off lights at night, and using clothes dryers only at certain times of day.
The single most important measure that European families can take is reduce the thermostat down. If we reduce the thermostat to 19, probably something like 5 to 7% of European gas demand could come off.
But much of the necessary reduction in energy demand won't need any special push from governments. It'll inevitably happen simply because prices of energy and everything else are so high.
And here's a quick look at today's other top stories. President Bongbong Marcos is off to Thailand for the 29th APEC Summit. In his departure speech, Marcos Jr. said he will bring up the topic of food security with his fellow state leaders. United States Vice President Kamala Harris will be in the Philippines from November 20 to November 22. She is expected to meet separately with President Bongbong Marcos and Vice President Sara Duterte. Former U.S. President Donald Trump has launched his bid for the presidency in 2024. Trump made the announcement at his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida a week after the U.S. midterm elections. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News Live anytime, anywhere. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.